Hey guys, welcome to part 3 about the chromatic scale. My name is Inglis, and in this video I want to show you some examples of how the chromatic scale has been used to create popular music and how you can play that on your guitar. In the first video you learned what the notes are called. In the second video you learned that some of those notes have two names, and I showed you two exercises for you to be able to play those notes and to warm up your fingers. Today we're going to be looking at music that actually uses the chromatic scale, known as chromaticism. When I hear chromaticism, I'm able to recognize it quite quickly, and I hope by showing you some examples, you should start to be able to recognize it for yourself too. There are many examples of it being used in small parts in lots of popular songs, and there are some songs that use it almost primarily. So first of all, I want to talk about chromatic scale being used as the melody. Okay, so here are 3 examples that I've thought of. If you can think of more, please write them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you about that. But here we go. For our first example, we're going to go all the way back to the 60s. So in order to play the Batman theme tune, you're going to be using fingers 1, 2 and 3, and you're going to be using alternate picking on your right hand. Our next example comes from a composer called Julius Fuchig. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And you should recognize this song from being like a circus theme. It goes like this, almost primarily chromatic notes, starting from fret 12 of string 1. Okay, for the next example of using the chromatic scale as an actual melody, I'm not going to play this myself, I've never actually learnt it. It's called Flight of the Bumblebee, and I'm just going to show you this clip from the Guitar Academy. I've put the link to watch their video in the description. Check it out, it's amazing. Now I want to give you 3 examples of the chromatic scale being used within chords. One of the most famous chromatic riffs that I am aware of, that I usually always teach my students first, is the James Bond theme tune. It basically consists of 3 notes, B, C and C sharp in a loop like this. Played together with an E minor chord like this. Which is the underlying chords for the melody. Okay, the next example is from a cartoon, which is the Pink Panther. You start from C sharp 5 and you go up to E5. Okay, the third example is from Bohemian Rhapsody, from Queen. I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me. There's lots of examples of chromaticism being used in Bohemian Rhapsody. I definitely recommend you check out this video by Bennett piano. It's amazing. It talks about the whole song in a lot of detail. So go check that out. The link is in the description below. One more example would be with Kashmir by Led Zeppelin, and pay attention to what the first finger is doing and you'll see the chromaticism there. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about is something called line cliche. So a line cliche is an ascending or descending chromatic line, which is moving up or down in half steps. The opening to Stairway to Heaven is a fantastic example of this. Now the bass line for the chords actually starts from A, and it goes down one semitone at a time. When I play the chord sequence, pay attention to what's happening to string 4. Okay, another really great example is Blackbird by the Beatles. So from this part of the song where he goes, take these broken wings and learn to fly, the bass line there is an ascending bass line, and then it descends again. So the bass line actually sounds like this. So watch that again, but pay attention to string 5. If you can think of any more examples, please write them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. In my next video, I'm going to be teaching you the major scale, how you can play it, and how you can play your first guitar solo in under 5 minutes. If you enjoy how I teach, please let me know by clicking the like button. If you really like this video, please consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Cheers, bye-bye.